This morning, team coverage as southern Wisconsin feels the aftermath of 6 tornadoes this weekend. We're live throughout the viewing area with a first-hand look at the damage.
Plus, in Janesville, one of the hardest hit areas, how volunteers are coming together for their community.
And after the storms that we had this weekend, we do have another potential for some strong to severe storms. This will be later tonight through early tomorrow. Another chance for some hail and also some strong winds. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Well, good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Another weekend, more severe weather and more potentially on the way.
Yeah, gee, we just keep getting hammered this year.
We can't get a break.
Mother Nature's been relentless since February now. Kelly, you were telling us early, comparing the number of tornadoes we've seen so far this year to what we normally get. Astounding.
Yeah, it's double from what we had all last year in 2023. And you got to remember, last year we were under this extreme drought across southern Wisconsin for most of the summer. We couldn't buy a drop of rain. Well, now we've had over 50 tornadoes in Wisconsin so far this season and way above our average. So, yeah, it's been an active season. It looks like we do have another chance of seeing some strong storms. Now, this is not going to be so much a tornado situation, but some wind and hail looks like the main threat. I can't rule out an isolated tornado anytime you get severe storms, but I think the main threats are going to be wind and hail, mainly later tonight. And we are watching storms over North Dakota. Now, this is the area of convection that we're going to be watching throughout the afternoon hours. And we have a northwest flow aloft, and that'll dive that cluster of storms over southern Wisconsin. And you might be thinking, well, it's not as humid as what it was on Saturday, but it is off to the west. That's where that heat is building, and it's going to try to nudge into Wisconsin. That's what will be that boundary between the cooler, more comfortable air we have here to that heat that's off to the west. That'll be arriving later tonight. We do have a slight risk of severe weather. Maybe an isolated strong to severe storm primarily to the northwest of Madison this evening, but I think the better chances will be overnight tonight through early tomorrow morning, and then everything should start to wind down as we get toward about 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. 63 in Madison, as mentioned, is pretty comfortable this morning. 61 in Waunakee, Middleton at 60 as well. Temperatures climbing out of the 60s through the 70s. It's going to be a warmer day in the 80s, but still not too humid. More on that potential for some severe weather and when we can finally expect some quiet weather. We'll have more coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. With more alert days in the forecast, make sure you have the First Warn weather app handy. You can download it wherever you get your apps. So far, the National Weather Service has confirmed 6 tornadoes touched down in Wisconsin over the weekend.
Some of the worst destruction is in Rock County. We continue our team coverage this morning with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's in Janesville, giving us a first-hand look at the damage. What have you found?
Yeah, guys, we're seeing a lot of damage all across Janesville. We're on the south side, just to the north of the Janesville airport, and you can see this roof was completely taken off of this house. This was due to the damage from the EF2 tornado here in Rock County, and it actually is in the backyard of this house now, so that's where the roof ended up. Whenever the National Weather Service does estimate wind speeds of an EF2 tornado, which this one, 115 miles per hour, usually that is classified as a significant tornado. So we did have 6 tornadoes touch down, 4 were EF1, 1 was an EF2. This was technically the strongest one and some of the worst damage that we've seen all across Janesville so far. And then 1 brief tornado touchdown that was rated an EF0. That was actually just to the southwest of Platteville in Grant County. So 6 total tornadoes. This was the EF2 tornado, and it had estimated wind speeds of 115 miles per hour. That's the enhanced Fujita scale. All across southern Wisconsin, we saw many tornado warnings. 6 were confirmed, and the National Weather Service actually, because there was so much damage across Janesville yesterday, did not have time to go survey the damage over near Argyle. So they're actually sending a crew out today to do that. But reporting live on the south side of Janesville, meteorologist Savannah Brito. We'll set it back in studio to you guys.
All right, Savannah, with that live look this morning. Thank you, Savannah. Many victims from that storm face a long road to recovery.
Power crews are still working this morning to get the lights back on for about 2,000 customers. Crews are making progress. The number of outages down to about 150 in our viewing area. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the tornado destroyed homes. It leaves people like Jessica Primus having to figure out what's next.
So I was renting this house from my grandmother, and she had passed away, and now I'm the owner of the house, and it was between when I was having renter's insurance and homeowner's insurance, so now I have nothing right now. I have no idea what we're going to do from here.
Wow. Now homes like Jessica's are being patched up this morning with tarps as more severe weather could hit tonight, as Kelly was just describing.
Now the community in Janesville is rallying around each other, giving out food and water to those in need. Check this out. Over 350 volunteers were on hand yesterday at the Old Rock County Job Center. 16 businesses sent in donations. Over 500 meals were delivered, and yet they still ran out. Volunteers also drove to people in damaged areas to deliver food.
This is everything that Janesville's supposed to be, right? Like, we're all supposed to dive in to help each other, empower our fellow residents. We just got in the vehicle, called some places, got some donations, and showed up.
You'd love to see it. The Job Center will be open again today from 8 until 4 o'clock.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office is asking people to call 211 to report any damage from the storms. Authorities will use these reports to track damage and plan repair and recovery efforts. Those who need resources and shelter should go to the Salvation Army at 514 Sutherland Avenue in Janesville. The Dr. Daniel Hale Williams Resource Center, which had been designated as a shelter, is now closed.
All right, another live look of some of the damage across the viewing area. This is in Marshall, where one of the tornadoes ripped through Saturday night. This one came through about 7:10 on Saturday. The storm damaged multiple farms and homes along with a number of trees. I mean, you take a look at this and it is not much left of that structure. As a lot of it's damaged, and you see the wires and you see all sorts of debris scattered everywhere, leaving behind some pretty dangerous areas and some dangerous situations. We heard from Rock County officials earlier telling folks to avoid areas that have any down lines. A reminder to treat all down lines as if they are live and that trees can conduct some of that electricity. So please be careful if you have any debris to clean up or if you come across any of that this morning. So the approximate path of the tornado, we know too, was about 4.5 miles long.
Over 2,500 Alliant Energy customers in the area of Saturday storms are still without power this morning. Here's a map of those outages as things stand. You can see many of the outages are near Lake Geneva at this hour. Alliant Energy has already restored power to over 25,000 customers. They expect to restore service to the majority of customers by about 10 o'clock tonight. Well, throughout the Midwest, flooding is still a big concern moving forward. It comes as much of the nation is still dealing with that extreme heat. Cities in Minnesota and Iowa are experiencing massive flooding. Hundreds have had to evacuate as homes and businesses were destroyed. Meanwhile, in Southern California, triple-digit temperatures could last through Thursday. The East Coast is expected to cool down, having been under that heat dome since last week.
New this morning, Madison police are searching for a vehicle they say was involved in a hit and run on Madison's east side. Officers were called to the intersection of East Washington Avenue and 6th Street. A 40-year-old man was struck by a dark-colored sedan. The man was taken to the hospital and should survive his injuries. The sedan fled the scene, though, and has not been found since. Part of East Wash was closed for a time to investigate the incident. It is now back open.
6:07 this morning. A lot going on as our team coverage continues. We want to check in with Kelly on the first warned weather forecast. Kelly.
Yeah, after the severe weather we had on Saturday, we do have another round of some storms that'll be rolling in later tonight. We'll track those storms coming up in the first warned forecast just ahead.
Plus, tornado aftermath continuing coverage all morning following this weekend's severe weather.
Coming up in your morning sports, we'll see if the Brewers can snap their losing streak against the Padres.
2-2 the count.
We're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 29th and 30th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 29th and 30th in Spring Green.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Don't burn up your money on high energy bill. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Voted 2023 Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
We are back here at 6:11. Tensions are sharpening between Israel and the U.S. as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is doubling down now on claims that the White House is withholding weapons shipments. The Biden administration denying those claims. It comes amid a series of airstrikes in Gaza. Netanyahu says his military is close to completing its ground offensive in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Meanwhile, he also spoke about how he's in favor of a partial deal with Hamas to release some hostages held in Gaza.
A helmet is a must if you ride a bike, no matter your age, type of bike, or how you use it. Helmets can significantly reduce your risk of serious injury if you fall or have an accident. But as Consumer Reports' David Fazekas explains, the helmet has to hold you to protect, or hold up rather, to protect you when you need it most.
Inside Consumer Reports Bike Helmet Testing Lab, experts pull no stops when evaluating helmets, literally dropping helmets from the sky.
We hoist helmets approximately 6.5 feet up into the air and drop them at about 14 miles per hour onto a steel anvil to simulate how a biker might fall in an accident.
They do that 4 times, impacting the front, side, rear, and crown of the helmet. Testers also check the chin straps, ensuring they properly secure the helmet during an accident.
We test the strength of the chin straps, attachment points, and buckles by dropping a weight that's just under 9 pounds 2 feet so that it yanks the straps to simulate the force of a crash.
Good protection is great, but if the helmet is uncomfortable to wear, it will likely stay at home. So, CR's testers also check for ventilation, fit adjustments, ease of use, and other features. After all this testing, topping CR's adult helmet scores is the Trek Starvos Wave Cell, which aced almost every test but at a price, over $100. The Ozark Trail adult helmet is a more budget-friendly option, which earned perfect test scores for impact absorption and ease of use. For kids, the Bone Ranger Tyro got top marks for impact absorption, ventilation, and ease of use. Another safety-focused option you might want to consider: no matter the type of helmet, replace it if it's been in an accident, experienced any high impact, or is more than 5 years old. This is David Fazekas.
Consumer Reports adds that after a helmet has been in an accident, its interior form may be damaged in a way that is too difficult to detect.
There's some good information there. All right, let's turn things over to meteorologist Kelly Slivka. He is out on the patio we're not quite done with the severe weather risks yet, huh?
No, it looks like later on tonight you might be thinking, well, you know, it's not too humid. It's very comfortable this morning. Where's the humidity to lead to storms? Well, it's just off to our west, and eventually some of that will be headed our way. That looks like that'll be later on tonight. Now, over the weekend, we had 6 reported tornadoes, at least so far. The strongest had winds of 115 miles per hour. That was an EF2 tornado on the south side of Janesville. We still have yet to get the National Weather Service report coming out of Argyle. They'll likely do that later this morning into the afternoon hours, and they'll see, or at least put a rating on that. Either way, we did have all the damage across southern Wisconsin. All right, severe weather potential today across southern Wisconsin is a slight risk of severe weather on a category of 1 to 5. That's category 2. It'll be mainly isolated evening storms. It's really likely after midnight tonight going into tomorrow morning. And you can notice that slight risk of severe weather tomorrow morning does start to slink down to the south as we'll see this cluster of storms roll on in. And we're watching this cluster right now over South Dakota. As mentioned, we're fairly comfortable with high pressure and control of our weather. We've had that northerly wind from yesterday, but off to the west across that the plains, the heat is building, and that clash, that boundary right in between is what will likely fire up these storms. And with that northwest flow aloft, likely bringing those storms into southern Wisconsin, especially overnight tonight through about this time tomorrow. Wind and hail seem to be the main threats. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, although it's not a situation like what we had over the weekend. Otherwise, it looks like a lot of this will come to an end early tomorrow morning. And as mentioned, it's going to be mainly a wind and large hail potential. Thankfully, we don't have a whole lot of flooding with it, even though we have had some river flooding with all the rain we've seen so far spring and summer. All right, the best chances of rain will be coming in after midnight through about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then after that, I think most of this should be down to our south. So actually, most of today should be pretty nice. Warmer than yesterday with a south wind, but still not too humid as we climb through the 80s. May see an isolated evening storm, even though that computer model is not indicating. It's likely after midnight as we get toward about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in Madison, and then eventually sinking down to the south after 9, 10 o'clock. It should be south into Illinois. So it'll be hot tomorrow. 62 right now in Madison, 57 in Watertown. The Dells at 59, Janesville 63, and across Dane County, a very comfortable morning. 62 right now in Waunakee and also Sun Prairie. First warm forecast, the alert days today and tomorrow, mainly for tonight into early tomorrow morning. We do get hot tomorrow, 90, but then some cooler weather by Wednesday and Thursday. A couple dry days. Another chance for some storms on Friday and nice weather for the weekend.
The month of June has not been one to remember for the Brewers. Now, they're still up 5 games in the NL Central, but are just 8-10 since June 3rd and have lost 3 straight games heading into yesterday's. Looking to avoid losing 4 straight for the first time this season. They started out hot, top 2 with 2 on for Sal Frelick, who slaps one the other way through the 5.5 hole. That'll score a run and put the Brewers on the board. And then later in the inning, Blake Perkins hits one that I don't even think he thought was dropping fair, but it sure did, and it does the job. 2 more score, and the Crew get back in the win column, 6-2, the final. Staying on the diamond for the College World Series, Texas A&M won the first of the best of 3, giving them a chance to win it all yesterday in Omaha, and it looked like the Aggies were going to get it done. This homer gave them a 1-0 lead that stuck all the way till the 7th. But here comes Rocky Top. Dylan Dreiling puts a blast into a baseball, scoring 2, and the Volunteers take it. That'll set up a winner-takes-all final for tonight. The final round of the Travelers Championship brought something that I don't think I've ever seen at a sporting event. As Scotty Scheffler and Tom Kim prepared for their putts on the 18th green, protesters stormed the green, throwing paint on the turf. Incredibly, after a short delay, police quickly removed the protesters, and the pair finished regulation in a tie, meaning that after all of that, they had to play a sudden death playoff hole, and that's where Scotty Scheffler stepped up. Best golfer on the planet, gets it done. His 6th win of the year, and in the process, he's earned a cool $27 million. Let's talk soccer. The U.S. men's national team opening Copa America and are the host of this year's tournament. Who else would get the U.S. started but this guy? Christian Pulisic is the real deal. 3rd minute, and he already finds the twine. A beautiful bending shot for Pulisic. And then the other U.S. goal in the game, well, assisted by Pulisic, one of the best Americans to touch the pitch. He'll be fun to watch for a long time to come. The Stars and Stripes win at 2-0, earning them 3 points in Group C, moving them them that much closer to the knockout stage. And Jordan Love has been busy in the offseason, and in this next picture, he's not preparing for victory formation, no QB kneel. He's proposing to his girlfriend, Ronica Stone, his longtime girlfriend, and it's fair to say Jordan's pretty cool under pressure and knows a thing or two when it comes to love. That's your morning sports fix. Have a magical Monday.
Andrew, thank you. This week, News 3 Now is once again partnering with Babies and Beyond for the Community Baby Shower. Together, we have helped hundreds of families over the years by providing necessities for expectant mothers and babies. Some items needed are diapers, clothes, and other critical supplies. The event starts today and runs through Saturday. For a list of drop-off sites, you can head to the story at channel3000.com. 20 after 6, still ahead, the warning from health experts about false claims on social media.
And in our next half hour, we'll have much more on the impacts of the weekend tornadoes, including some folks coming together after their church was destroyed.
Susan Simon, News 3 Now at 4 and 5, weekdays moving forward.
I've heard AI is so easy to use, I had to give it a try for Stanton Optical's newest deal. Create a commercial selling one pair of glasses for $59. Hey, I said a pair of glasses, not a pair wearing glasses. Better, but it needs to pop more. Pop more, not popcorn. Forget it. Maybe using AI to make an ad wasn't my best idea, but you can get the best deal on glasses right now. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
Please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items at Babies and Beyond, Monday through Friday and Saturday morning. Visit channel3000.com for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Fight the bite and take back your yard. Trust your trained local mosquito squad of South Central Wisconsin to defend against backyard pests. Our pioneered barrier treatment is backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. If a mosquito or tick is peskier than the rest, we will apply another treatment. The season's short in Wisconsin. Don't let mosquitoes and ticks make it any shorter. Call your local mosquito squad of South Central Wisconsin for a free quote. In less than 30 minutes, you'll be on your way to being outside all day.
Welcome back, 6:23 on a Monday morning. Mark giving us a little hope that maybe some good lake days are on the way.
Yeah, there haven't been a whole lot this season.
There have not been. I tell you what, we have not had the jet skis out as much as we typically do. I know a lot of folks are really hoping we can have somewhat of a summer here soon. 4th of July is right around the corner next week already.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It is wild to think.
Like we've only had a handful of good days.
It's like summer, it's whatever. Like we're in the 3rd day of summer or whatever, but it's like you're also kind of at that halfway. You're getting closer to that halfway
point. Once you get to the 4th of July, it seems like it's halfway through the summer.
Right. So, all right. Here's to more water days.
Please.
Thanks, Mark. All right. So this morning, health experts are warning that social media influencers are not a reliable source of medical information.
really?
Yeah. So they're worried about the number of videos encouraging people not to wear sunscreen these days. One TikTok video saying that was liked 36 million times. Another person on TikTok had a message seen by millions that said that people who spend more time in the sun are less likely to get sunburned. Numerous reports over the decades, of course, have shown that there is a link between UV radiation from the sun and skin cancers. So the CDC says that 10% of men and 30% of women under the age of 30 these days are properly using sunscreen anymore.
What does that mean? I mean, I guess you got to cover everything. You got to lather on a lot and then reapply it, right?
Right. I mean, like we were on a beach vacation, you know, a week or so ago. We just got scorched. I mean, we put the sunscreen on beforehand. You got to reapply and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's the fear that, you know, that kind of common knowledge maybe isn't so common anymore, and especially when you have voices out there trying to go against the grain, it makes it even harder to disseminate.
I'll tell you what, I don't like sunburn. That's never any fun.
Still
Put your sunscreen on, folks.
Hey, if you're headed to Chicago soon, you can check out the Bean, that popular tourist attraction, once again back open to the public. The Bean sculpture reopened yesterday. It was closed about a year ago, so workers could renovate the surrounding plaza. Gates closed off the sculpture to the public while workers made a lot of those repairs, so the gates are back open and you can go check out the Bean now.
I'll be curious to see what all changed, because it's been a little bit since I've been there.
Yeah, you know, all the times I've been in Chicago, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either, no.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's go check it out.
There you go.
All right, Kelly, what's coming up?
Well, I tell you what, we got actually a pretty nice day, at least for the daylight hours, with temperatures in the mid-80s, so a little bit warmer, but some storms after midnight tonight.
All right, stick around, folks. We're going to show you more of the damage from Saturday's tornadoes after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design down to the smallest detail, the Taos. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing or a $1,500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees. Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay on direct deposits. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this. with Associated Bank.
Everyone comfortable?
Yep. I've even got an extra seat.
The Volkswagen Atlas. Everyone wants a ride. And see Despicable Me 4 in theaters July 3rd. Rated PG. Get 2.9% APR financing on a new 2024 Atlas.
Right now, tornado damage. We'll give you a live look at the community's hardest hit and what's next for the recovery.
Plus, a local church destroyed. How the community is coming together and moving forward without the building.
And we are looking at some clouds, but we should see a pretty nice day today. But we do have another first warn alert day for some severe weather potentially later on today. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Monday morning. It is June 24th. I'm Josh Brighter.
And I'm Chris Stanford. You heard Kelly say there just a moment ago, we have another alert day, so we are not done with the risk of severe weather yet.
It's been rinse and repeat over and over and over. Let's get to Kelly now with the latest on that before we talk about more of that storm damage, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, we were under this situation. We've been talking about the heat across much of the United States pretty much over the last month or so, and we are on that northern edge of it, and we're getting this northwest flow aloft, and that's what's going to fuel some showers and storms. You can see some of these storms over North Dakota. That's that instability. So we got the comfortable air over Wisconsin while the heat is building across the plains, and right along that boundary in between, that's where those showers and storms are going to fire up, and that heat's going to try to build into Wisconsin as we go through later tonight. But right now it's actually quiet and a very comfortable morning. Do have the first warn alert day for the potential of some strong winds, large hail. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, even though this is nothing like what we saw on Saturday. But all of southern Wisconsin could see the severe weather potential later on tonight. That'll continue into early tomorrow. Now, we do have a slight risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's Category 2. Maybe an isolated evening storm, but I think the better chances will come in after midnight through early tomorrow morning. You can see that slight risk of severe weather sinks from Madison areas to the south after about 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. A lot of that should be down to the south. 63 at Madison, so a nice start to the morning. 61 in Wanakee, 60 in Middleton, and also Mazo-Maney. So we are looking at sunshine today with temperatures climbing into the 80s this afternoon, a little bit warmer with a south wind up to around 5-6 miles per hour. We'll talk more about the severe weather potential going into tonight, coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, we will see you then. Thank you. Our top story this morning, of course, the aftermath of those tornadoes in Wisconsin this weekend.
Around 2,000 Alliant Energy customers this morning are still without power. That's compared to 4,800 outages yesterday evening and 23,000 outages right after the storms. Most people affected, as you see here, are in Rock and Walworth counties. Alliant Energy says service should be back for most customers by 10 o'clock tonight.
Right now, we know 6 tornadoes touched down in Wisconsin this weekend.
Yeah, some of the worst destruction is from an EF2 tornado in Janesville. Meteorologist Savannah Brito has been touring the damage all morning long. Savannah, what can you show us now?
Yeah, thank you, guys. We are on the south side of Janesville, kind of near Footville, along Highway 51. Janesville and these areas did see the hardest hit areas. EF2 tornado was reported on the south side of Janesville near Footville. Wind speeds were estimated of about 115 miles per hour. There's several trees down and also power lines still down. And as Josh and Chris just said, some of those power outages are being reported in Rock County. So there were 6 tornadoes that touched down. 4 of those were EF1 tornadoes. 1 was an EF0 tornado that touched down over in Grant County, and this tornado touched down EF2. Like I said, wind speeds of 115 miles per hour. When the National Weather Service does classify one as an EF2 tornado or stronger than that, that is considered a significant tornado. So this tornado that we're reporting on this morning was considered a significant tornado. And the National Weather Service actually had crews sent out to this area yesterday to cover this, but they didn't have enough time because there was so much damage to go out to near Argyle, where that other confirmed tornado was reported. So we'll have to wait on that, or it's not confirmed yet, but they are sending a crew out there later today to confirm that tornado and then let us know what that rating of the tornado will be given. So for now, reporting live over in Janesville on the southwest side, meteorologist Savannah Brito. I'll send it back in studio to Chris and Josh.
All right, Savannah, one question before you go. You've been going to different neighborhoods around Janesville all morning long. I mean, is it pretty clear what the path of this tornado was? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it did kind of touch down southwest of Janesville near Footville, and then it stayed on the ground about 11 minutes or the path length of 11 minutes. I would say probably the worst damage that we've seen is along Highway 51. And then also in that neighborhood that we were just in, we saw a camper overturned. I posted Facebook or pictures on my Facebook page, meteorologist Savannah Brito. And then a whole roof was blown off of a house, and the tornado actually took it and set it in the backyard. Or didn't set it in the backyard, but it blew it off, and it was in the backyard. So that's probably where the worst of the damage was, and that was just north of the Southern Regional Airport in Janesville.
Incredible images this morning, and now the cleanup begins because more storms tonight, so a lot of these folks are kind of on that scramble. Savannah Brito live in Janesville. Savannah, thank you. Even though there are no reports of injuries or deaths from that tornado, people now have to deal with the cost of repairing their homes. One woman telling us the storm has left her with at least $30,000 to $40,000 in damage.
I'm nervous. I was already scared of storms, but I never thought that I'd experience something like this here. I felt like the house was going to get carried away.
That sheriff's office is asking you to avoid the area of Janesville's south side where Savannah is this morning until damage is cleaned up. Anyone with damage should report it by calling 211.
Now, because of the damage, Jackson Elementary School in Janesville is canceling summer school for the day. School officials tell us no staff will be in the building and breakfast and lunch won't be served either. They expect summer school at Jackson Elementary to resume tomorrow. With the chance of more storms tonight, we will see if they do open back up tomorrow or not. As
Rock County continues to assess damage, the Janesville community is coming together. More than 350 volunteers came out Sunday to help hand out food and water to those in need. In total, 16 businesses sent donations to the Rock County Salvation Army, delivering more than 500 meals.
It's upsetting that we have to be out here doing this. Like, the reasoning for us being out here, not fantastic, but seeing all these folks coming together and giving back to the community, it does feel great.
Volunteers can be ready to help out today at the city's old job center from 8 to 4. To help, you can make a donation to the Rock County Salvation Army. It's on Sutherland Avenue. The city of Janesville is currently asking for bottled water, unperishable food items, first aid kits, rakes, toilet paper, paper towels, and flashlights.
Meanwhile, some roads are closed this morning because of flooding. These roads are closed near Rock Springs in Sauk County. State Highway 154 is closed in both directions from County CH to Golf Course Road. 154 West is also closed from County Highway D to Buckeye Road. Wisconsin's DOT announcing these closures just overnight. When they reopen, we'll be sure to let you know.
Time right now is 6:37. Take a look at this video right here showing the remains of Apple Grove Lutheran Church after Saturday's storms. Despite the destruction, churchgoers and people from the community came together for Sunday service. A reminder that even though the building is gone, they still have a home. Our Mayor Hubbard was there.
And the fire chief called and said, Dan, the church is just gone.
Since 1893, the year Benjamin Harrison was president, this church has stood here. That is until now.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. I was sitting here last Sunday, and I never dreamt when I walked out the door that I wouldn't be walking in it again.
Instead of walking through the doors, around 200 people pulled up a seat to a Sunday service unlike any other.
And today we had to get this worship going.
When something bad happens in the family, everybody shows up.
Family is a key word for this church, as many of them have lineage that dates back to the beginning of its existence.
Most of my family, most of the people that are buried here are all relatives. It's just so sad to see it go this way.
Like Phil, Mary Ellen and her family have grown up at Apple Grove Church.
This summer, the 24th of August, will be our 50th wedding anniversary, and we were married here. So it's really sad.
For Mary Ellen, it's not just a building. It's a home, a place where her family is buried, and a resting place for both her and her husband to be near them.
This is our plot here, beside my parents. It was just home. There was never any question.
With roots dating back to the 1800s, this family tree of people will stand longer than the building that brought them together.
I don't think we'll lose that community.
After talking to some community members, they are unsure if this church will stand again, but one person told me they're confident that they're going to find a way to memorialize it in some way. Reporting in Argyle, I'm Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Some excellent reporting there from Meryl. This is a reminder that Whether it's a church or any sort of community, it is not a building or a group of buildings. It is a people. It's those people coming out and worshiping together when their community needed themselves the most.
Well, and you see that impact going back decades, whether it was that couple's 50th anniversary to, you know, the weddings, the baptisms, that's a community staple. That's where people gather, and it's not going to stop. As you can see right there, like those images, they give you goosebumps.
They do. They do. I got a feeling that they're going to have themselves a new building.
Oh,
and,
big time.
You know, it's going to be stronger than ever.
Oh, it always is. It always is. With the possibility of more storms tonight and tomorrow, remember, now is the time to stay informed. Have the First Warn Weather app to help you track that severe potential all day. You'll receive updates directly to your phone. Again, it is free wherever you get your apps.
All right, time is 6:40. Kelly Slifka, what's coming up?
Well, we've got some nice weather this morning, but another round of some storms brewing up to our north. We'll track it for you coming up in the First Warn forecast.
And we have more storm coverage straight ahead. We'll give you another look at some of the damage this morning as the sun comes up. This is a look in the community of Marshall this morning, where an EF1 hit there on Saturday night. We're watching News 3 Now this morning. We are back after this.
Get an 11% rebate on all doors at Menards. For over 50 years, Mastercraft has been building quality doors. Shop our huge selection of in-stock doors or design your door your way, in-store or online. This 6-panel pine interior door is $169.99 after rebate. Seal out the weather with Larson Storm Doors. This Liberty Storm Door is easy to install and is just $134.99 after 11% rebate, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Maybe go on a ride together. See stuff together. Or do something different altogether. Spend the day together. Spend the whole week together. Call it a get-together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Hey, this vacation is really coming together. You know what they say, a family that plays together. Well, you could put 2 and 2 together. Wisconsin Dells, come together. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration.
Spotlighting 4 must-have trendsetters for every room in your home. 4 power sofas that will charge up your relaxation. 4 best-selling mattresses that'll have you asking, what have I been sleeping on for all these years? 4 bedroom sets worth dreaming about. And 4 trending dining sets. Plus interest-free financing when you pay in 4 installments. It's gonna be lit.
Lit?
Lit! It's my annual 4 for the 4th celebration. Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
We're back at 6:43 on a Monday morning. Our team coverage continues following this weekend's tornadoes as crews are working to bring the power back. We are live in Marshall this morning.
Yeah, taking a look at some of the damage left by Saturday's storm. We've been giving you this look all morning as the sun comes up over the destruction here. It looks like a farm that's had some pretty significant damage. This is where an EF1 touchdown Saturday night. One of 6 confirmed tornadoes from Saturday night storms. The National Weather Service says this storm developed south of Marshall, then progressed northeastward. And we know that multiple farms, outbuilding, and trees were damaged.
It's one of those scenes where, you know, as the owners, where do you start, right?
This is so overwhelming. And especially when it's something like this, it's your livelihood. We've been hearing from people all morning who have kind of expressed those sentiments that just utter loss, the devastation, that I don't know what to do next. But then you see the stories about the community rallying together and coming to each other's aid in times like this. So, yeah, as we say, every time something like this happens, you know, buildings can be rebuilt. You know, thankfully, no lives were lost. Right?
Well, and I think we talked to that, or we heard from that Janesville resident earlier where she's like, we just showed up. You know, it's like these people just show up.
And they do.
Like they don't know what else to do other than show up, which these people need that help. It's amazing.
All right, so we are thinking of all those folks this morning. We hate to tell you there is another risk of some severe weather yet this evening. It's still an alert day. Kelly Slifka is on the patio to let us know what we can expect. It's not the same level of severe threat that we had on Saturday night, right, Kelly? But there is still the potential of some storms tonight.
Yeah, it's not the same setup. You got to remember, we were really hot and humid on Saturday afternoon, and that's what fueled some of these storms. You notice this morning it's quite a bit drier and more comfortable, but that heat is off to the west, and that boundary right in between across the Dakotas is firing up showers and storms over North Dakota. We're going to have a northwest flow, and that's what's going to potentially bring us some strong to severe storms, it looks like, mainly after midnight up until about this time tomorrow morning, moving from northwest to southeast. Not the same setup that we had on Saturday, but still could see some damaging winds and some hail. That'll be the main threats. Now, it's starting off really nice this morning, very comfortable with high pressure and control over weather. But I want to take a timeline of what occurred on Saturday. We had some of these severe storms coming in out of Iowa. Our first tornado came in Grant County, just to the west of Platteville. This was at 5:37. This was a weak EF0 tornado. Then Janesville. This was an EF2 tornado. We're skipping over Argyle because they have not actually investigated that one yet. But at 7:42, an EF2 tornado on the south side of Janesville with winds up to 115 miles per hour and damage to many homes in that populated city. And then we go up to Marshall, we had some damage as well. Winds potentially as high as 105 miles per hour, and that's translated to another tornado near Watertown, or just to the west of Watertown, with winds nearly 105 miles per hour. Otherwise, we do have a slight risk of severe weather all of southern Wisconsin. This will be, well, maybe an isolated severe storm this evening, mainly to the northwest, but more likely overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. You see that slight risk of severe weather, category 2 on a scale of 1 to 5, as all this line of storms rolls from northwest to southeast. So all of us are under the gun with the chance of some severe weather, wind, hail, the main threats in all of southern Wisconsin later tonight through early tomorrow morning. Main threats, once again, hail and wind. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. So quiet most of today. Should be a nice afternoon as we climb in the mid-80s. There might be an isolated cell that develops up to our north and west, but you notice how this cluster of storms moves across northern Wisconsin, sinks down to the south, and affects us here in Madison 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, sinking down to the south 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and everything should be out of here by 9 o'clock. Going into tomorrow. It's mild out here this morning, pretty comfortable. 50s even up in Juneau, 62 in Madison, 63 currently in Janesville. First warning forecast, the alert day for mainly tonight through early tomorrow morning. It's going to be a hot day tomorrow up to 90, but then we see some cooler weather. Temperatures back in the mid-70s. Another chance for some storms Friday. Right now things look pretty clear for the weekend in the 70s to low 80s.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Folks, News 3 Now is proud to partner once again with Babies and Beyond here in Madison for our community baby shower. The goal is to, of course, help new parents navigate the difficulties of parenthood by providing those resources they need.
We need your help, though, to make sure our newest community members are well clothed and fed. Here's our Leah Linscheid.
News 3 Now is once again proud to sponsor the community baby shower in partnership with Babies and Beyond. We are here at their headquarters over on the east side with Executive Director Brenda Collins. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
This is a really big need in the community, and we've been talking about how that need has actually grown in just the last few months. Tell me about what you're hearing from moms here in Madison.
Yes, so the need is definitely increasing. We hear from parents all the time that they're struggling. They're struggling with food insecurity, which means that they're having to decide between buying food, putting food on the table, or buying diapers. And no parent should ever have to decide between one or the other. Families deserve to have both. They should have the essentials.
That's when you folks come in. So my photojournalist Mark Schilling showing what is a week's worth of diapers here. What do you folks provide moms who come in here and need assistance?
Yes, so we're providing as much as we can as far as baby essentials for the basics. So diapers, wipes, formula, baby food if we have it, clothing, equipment, so strollers, cribs, height chairs, toys, books, so whatever we can for those baby supplies.
And you are in need of some specific things right now. Behind us, this is normally, you know, full of clothing. We're short here.
Yes, so particularly the girls' clothing. So for summer, what used to be full is now empty. So we need more girls' clothing.
Specifically past 6 months, it looks like 9 months, 12 months. The older girls is what we're looking for here.
Yep, toddler, up, yeah, just about everything.
So as our community baby shower kicks off today on Monday, what do you want folks to bring in?
So gently used items. So if you're already finished with your baby clothing, toddler clothing, we would happily accept those items.
And we always take diapers. We take formula as well, correct?
Yes. So we do have a wish list too, an Amazon wish list. So if you want to just hop online and order something off of that, it's really easy to do that and have it shipped directly to us. Or you can go right out to the store and come and drop it off to us. We'll be open extended hours for next week, 11 to 6. So you can come and drop it off during those hours as well.
All right, we will be talking with Brenda all week long, giving you a sneak peek into what Babies and Beyond does for this community and how you can step up and help make sure that new moms here in our backyard get all the support they need. For now, I'm Leah Lynchide.
6:51 coming up in the morning sprint. Another live look at the tornado damage in Marshall.
First, though, we want to wish happy birthday to Dean. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning. Have a great one.
News 3 Now, moving forward in Madison.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $40. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 60% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
All the best parts of summer are here at Summerfest. 600 artists, 12 stages, 3 unforgettable weekends. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
Those of us in the middle class are getting crushed right now. The biggest corporations jack up prices on everything, and then they don't even pay their share of taxes. It's total bull, to be honest. But President Biden's plan closes the corporate tax loopholes and uses that money to protect Social Security and invest in clean energy to drive down our costs. It also caps prices on prescription drugs. The president's plan stops the corporate giveaways and lowers costs for us.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. This Monday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $40. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:54, time for the morning sprint.
We start with a live look at the tornado damage in Marshall this morning after an EF1 tornado touched down over the weekend. The National Weather Service says the storm developed south of Marshall Saturday night before progressing northeastward. Multiple farms, outbuildings, and trees either damaged or destroyed.
About 2,000 Alliant Energy customers in southern Wisconsin are still in the dark after Saturday's storm. That is down from 23,000 after the storm. Most of the people affected are in Rock and Walworth counties. Alliant Energy says most of the remaining customers without power should get it back by 10 o'clock tonight.
Right now, Madison police are looking for the driver of a dark-colored sedan after a hit and run last night. It happened on East Wash near 6th Street just before 11 o'clock. A man was crossing the road when the vehicle hit him and drove away. The man's injuries are not life-threatening. Again, police have not found the suspect vehicle.
This week, Senator Elizabeth Warren will be campaigning for President Biden in Wisconsin. She will hold rallies in Madison and Milwaukee today. Her focus is going to be on abortion rights. It comes on the 2-year anniversary of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe versus Wade.
All right, coming up on 7 o'clock, actually a pretty comfortable morning. We should see plenty of sunshine today with temperatures in the 70s, warming into the mid-80s. Suddenly winds will start to pick up 5 to 6 miles per hour. Maybe an isolated storm up to the north and west this evening, but I think the better opportunities for a cluster of storms to move into the northwest will be after midnight. Here in Madison, maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock, that'll be eventually sinking down to the south later in the morning. So temperatures in the mid-80s today, plenty of sunshine before some of those storms roll in. We do have a first warn alert day later tonight through tomorrow morning.
All right, we'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.